Welcome back to the channel, or welcome if you're new. I always get a lot of questions about how I'm able to find outfits on Pinterest and how to actually search for outfits on Pinterest. So in today's video, I'm going to show you exactly how I do that. And not only is Pinterest a source of inspiration for me, I still see it as a way to get inspiration and a styling tool, my own personal styling assistant, basically. So if this sounds like something you're interested in watching or finding out, please stay tuned. So now we're going to begin, and I'm back on my screen. I want you to see how I usually would go into my Pinterest so that you can see how I search. So what I do first is just go to my Pinterest, and it will take me to my own page. As you can see here, this is my own page. I have my own Pinterest page where I post most of my outfits, and my Pinterest is actually integrated with my Instagram. And so sometimes I will go in and, dump all of my looks by myself, or it takes from my, it's integrated with my Instagram. So when I post on my Instagram, by the end of that day, you will see some of my looks there. And it's still Lifestyle with Ola on Instagram also. And I'm sure you can see my screen. And so as you can see, I'm on Pinterest on page now, and what I usually do when I get here is go to my search tab right there on the right, and these are some of the pins that I've searched, or terms I've searched for before, because I was trying to see if I could do a screen record, and hopefully I can do that. And so once I take that all out, you'll see. But when then I go back in and search for what I'm looking for. So let's say for this upcoming fall, or we're in summer right now, I can just go in and do summer, if I can just spell right, summer outfits. That's a generalized term. It will give me all the summer outfits that I can see. And so, or summer outfit ideas or summer outfits. And then I go in and, just press enter. And these are all the summer outfits we'll bring forward. And I think that because I didn't specify, because these are my pins, it's bringing what I've pinned. And that's why I'm the one showing up on the screen, or some of my boards, or some of my pins. So what I usually do is all pins, and that way I can see all the summer outfits out there. And so if you're not new on this channel, you'll see that some of this, I've actually recreated some of this. Mine is included, and these are, ones that I like. And once I find ones I like, I usually will pin them. But to be more specific, let's say I did, I also wanted to do fall outfit ideas. Fall outfit ideas. That way we're going into fall, if I can spell right. And I always make sure to do all pins here. Now it's coming back. I need to go back. So let's say I do fall outfit ideas for women, or I can do 2025 if I wanted to, because that way it will factor in the fact that this is a new season, or this is 2025, especially if there are trends. If I wanted to find out what are the trends for 2025, I can also do that. So once I go in, I say fall outfit ideas for women. These are all the fall outfits that people have put on there in the past. And so because it's a new season, we might not, already have outfit ideas, but there'll be some that if you're not like somebody that's following trends, and you also want to know what has been out there before, then you can go in and look at all the outfit ideas. There's so many here. And with this here, all you will need to do is probably filter. And so sometimes I always do, because I'm very, I know a lot about, and I think that's what gives me an advantage when I do searches, or I have an idea, which most people do anyways. I do a sort of e-discovery. I have an e-discovery background, and e-discovery, if you don't know, is a legal way of going through discovery without going through paper. It's electronic discovery, and you're going through documents and loads of documents, doing searches on them based on terms, and then you do near terms, and you do specific, and you bring it all down. So what I usually will do is go in and do a broad search like that, and that gives me an idea. And so once I find ones that I like, I can easily go in, just like, let's say this is Monroe. I follow her on it just saved it to my New York Fashion Week look. So that way I already have a folder for New York Fashion Week looks that if I wanted to say, these are all the outfits people have created for New York Fashion Week, I can go in and I see that she has this blanket skirt here, and this is also her here, and she styled it another way. So that gives you an idea of, if you already have that item, how to style it in different ways, and that tells you that she does wear her items, and gives items a second life and a chance at a second life. And then if I go in, and I'll also show you that if I wanted to shop this look, all I would do is it gives you an now I'm stuttering. It gives you an idea of how to shop the look. Based on this, it gives you like, okay, this is a sweater, this is a boots, this is a handbag, and places. And once you click on it, it will take you to the various sites. And so under it also, you'll still see various looks. So let's say I love this fall outfit. All I would do is, I think I already saved this. No, it's giving me a suggestion for the folders to save it. So if I wanted to save it, I can now go in and say, oh, I create a board. Let's create a board for this. So let's say test video how to say let's say fall outfits YouTube 2025. So I can make, if I click on this toggle right here, I can make this a private, it says secret but private board. And so if I don't want other people to see it and I'm putting outfits and stuff, I can put it on there. And these are all the people that I think I've either followed or some way or the other looked at their boards. And so if I do that, I'll be able to just create. And so everything, so now that I've saved this pin to that board, when I'm pinning items, this is the same lady. It will keep giving me ideas based on that, okay, this is the same lady. If I wanted to save another one, I could do that. And, let's say I look at this lady, these are fall colors, this is orange, I could easily go in and save that. But that's not, that's giving it, now I'm going into that kind of a rabbit hole, because it will keep giving me ideas, and if that's not what I want, I will need to back out and go back to the main page where I searched and it gave me all of that. Because now these are all the fall outfits that I got from the first search. So what I can do to be specific is, if I want a specific fall outfit in mind, let's say I'm looking for fall outfits for work, or date night looks for fall, I can be more specific, because this now is broad. This is giving me all the fall outfits within a certain type of style or look. But if, let's say, I want fall outfit ideas for work, for office, or do office fall outfit, office fall outfits women, or business casual or women. Let me just do women, outfit women. Then if you now see, these are all the fall outfits it's bringing up for me. If I scroll through, you'll see that, okay, these are fall outfits that people have worn, and these are the ideas that it gives. And let's say I find a specific one, even though this is, I think while this one came up where you see my cursor right here, is because it's orange. So maybe sometimes people will say, okay, it's fall, you can wear orange in the fall, it's not too cold yet, I can still wear a vest, is why this one is coming up. So if I scroll through it, I mean, the thing about Pinterest, because it's a search engine, it will bring up all the elements. So it will bring up outfits for women, it will bring out outfits for fall, and it will bring up all those outfits. So let's go deeper and say, let's say I have an item that I'm trying to style and I don't know how to style it or what to do with it. I could easily go in and say, okay, cuffed denim or cuffed jeans outfit. So this means it's specific. That means now I have all the cuffed jeans, and very funny enough about this is that it will give me all the outfits for jeans. It will give me all the outfits that are of jeans that are cuffed, at least what is in there that people have tagged. That's why when you're saving your own Pinterest outfits, it's always good to label it properly so that people will find it, although sometimes the tool itself will help bring it up. So if I'm looking for a cuffed jeans outfit now, all I would be able to do is now say, okay, this is a denim, although this is not spelled properly, this is denim summer fit. This can be fall because it has a vest, it has a layer, and it's something that's interesting to me. So all I would do is now say, this is saying I should save it under denim outfits, which I already have a folder. But let's say if I wanted to create a folder for cuffed denim, I could easily go and say cuffed denim, denim outfits. So that way this will help me put all my cuffed denim outfits in one place, and that way it's saved. And the way Pinterest is, just like I said before, if I wanted to shop this or have an idea, it will give me, this person did not, probably give you a lookbook or, ideas on where to buy, because that's something else. So let me go back to the main page and be more specific. So now that I'm here, let me go back to cuffed jeans outfit. And so once it's there, I can go to the left here where you see this, it will give me, if I wanted to, fine tune this search, I can do the palettes that I want, the colors, the body types. If I want wide leg, I'm somebody that loves wide leg. If I want straight leg, if I want for spring 2025, if I want a Western type of jeans, if I want women, if I want cropped, it gives you all of that. Or if I want high-waisted ones. So what I usually would do is just go filter it. And if I want ones that are already in a board, because sometimes my board sometimes will come up for people also because I've, curated a board showing all the cuffed jeans. Or if I wanted a video and see how people styled it, I can just do video right there and then click apply. And once all of that comes up, I begin to watch people.
How to cuff street-like jeans.
See,
just roll it up? Nope. Grab a bobby pin and roll the two sides to the middle and secure with
so
the pin.
it gives me an idea of how to cuff.
Now go rock your 80s cuff jeans.
So it will give me an idea of how to do that. So this will give me all the videos of cuffed jeans that, if I wanted to cuff my own jeans, if any of this is of interest to me, I can do that. So for me, this gives you an idea of not only how to style my items, but also how to put together outfits. So let's say now that I've done that specific one and I've now done, I've done a filter. Let's just say I have, if I wanted, I'm trying to figure out right now, it doesn't, let's say I'm looking for a specific person and I want to look at all their fashion. I can do Tracy Ellis Ross, who I always I love her outfits, but it's bringing me to her page. I don't want to do that. I want to do Tracy Ellis Ross outfits. So that way I'm not, because there are other people that will have saved her items, Ellis Ross style of fashion. It will give me all the pins where she's styled items. And I love, and this is a variety. I should one day actually, based on her closet, do style inspiration from her closet, because I think I can get away with some of it because I love her style, and I think if I look within my closet, I can be inspired, style what she has based on what I have in my closet. I've done some of her looks before, and if I wanted to do a dedicated video for that, I can, which is kind of good. Like, anybody out there that is a fashion person, you can look at their style, get inspiration from it, and keep creating boards just as I've shown you. So also, let's say if I wanted to, for my Pinterest, I have a lot of boards that are out there, and sometimes, let's say even for, let's see what's fall to 2025 fashion trends. I can easily look at that and say, okay, this is what they're calling for the fall fashion trend you'll actually wear is what this is titling it. If I wanted to now look at all of it, I can go in and filter and say, if I'm a woman over 50, if I want a business casual outfit, if I'm a teacher for mid-size for work, it will give you all the items that they think based on, what the trend reports are, that it's going to, based on what the trends are. So let's say I go into boards that have it. Maybe people already have saved boards for what they want to wear for this 2025 fashion trend for fall. So if I'm looking for sporty locks, I can find that. People already have boards out there for that. Let's say I don't even want boards. I just want people's profiles. I'm sure that I don't have any, because people don't usually save their profiles based on for fashion 2025 trends. So I can go back in there and say, okay, where's my filter? Okay, let me go back one more. And I go back in and do products. I'm sure a ton of products will come up, because this, for fall, you need, you always need like sweaters, cardigans, items that you can wear to the fall, like leather blazers, leather jackets, leather pants, and all of that. So now you get the gist of how I do that. So let's say I have an item, I'm finding it hard. I buy a burgundy leather culotte. That is specific. Burgundy leather culottes outfit. I'm gonna be able to look in, see how this is very specific, but it will give me an idea of how to style this item. So what I would probably do is go through all of this. Not only will it give me leather, which, because leather is in the search, it will give me everything leather. Because culottes is in the search, it will give me everything culottes. Because burgundy is in there, it will give me burgundy too. Although it will try to do a near search and bring up all of that, but at the same time, it'll give me all. And so let's say I'm trying to find places to shop for burgundy culottes. This is a perfect way for doing that, because I can easily go here and say, okay, maybe if I shop Shein has that. If I shop Depop has that. And if I'm looking for how to style my culottes, I can come in here and say, okay, this culotte is styled with burgundy and black, and styled this way, it's early fall. Maybe this is a good way. I actually have this shirt. I used to have this shirt. I don't anymore. Now I feel bad for donating it, because that would have been a very good idea of styling a burgundy leather culottes. And so if I go in through here, I can say, okay, this is a very good way of styling culottes. This is a very good way. I can easily go in and have ideas, and it doesn't have to be specific to that color. It will give you ideas of if you even if you don't style your burgundy culottes that way, there are other colors and ways to style it. So hopefully I've made sense with my way of explaining how I do my searches. And I love this look right here. This look is so good. So you see how this woman, I think this is Grace, although she looks different there. I love how this is styled. And I have a color of a top that's this color, and I have culottes, although this is a skirt. So this gives inspiration and idea of how to style those items. I'm like, okay, this and this goes well together. This is a good look of that picture. I can easily go in and say, okay, I'm saving this. Let's just save it to New York Fashion Week looks, and it gives you an idea like, okay, this is what it is. And so this is how I find my items on Pinterest. And so let me know if you would further want me to go down and show you like very minute details of how I do my searches and find them. And then good thing about Pinterest that I said is that if I wanted to shop this look, Pinterest will also give you an idea of the type of items that look like that. So if you see here, this sandal says it's an Alexander Wang one. It's on Poshmark. Editorialist as one skirt that is similar as that. That gives you an inspiration. Christy Brown top, that's that. Poshmark has a Burberry sandals, that's that. So it gives you an idea of if you wanted to come up with the look different. So that shows that the shoe is actually a Bottega Veneta sandals. It gives you where to shop it and all of that. So it gives you, let's say you don't even have the items and you really love the look, it gives you inspiration. Let me now look at this. So this also gives you that. So this is probably a Bottega Veneta handbag right here, the pink one. Nordstrom has a Jeffrey Campbell one that has the idea. The Real has a Christian Louboutin shoes, that 227. That's the shoe that she's wearing here. If you have similar sunglasses, if you have a blue top, burgundy skirt, necklace, it gives you that idea. And that's something that I love Pinterest for. Even though Pinterest for me, it's more of a styling tool as opposed to like social, even though it's sort of social media. I sometimes will put my videos on. In the early days, I used to put my videos on Pinterest, some of my reels on Pinterest, because it does help other people, because sometimes you can look at the look, you don't know how they put it together, but by you putting videos on there, you can see how people do. So let me look at some of my very good videos on Pinterest. Let's see. Those are my boards on Pinterest, and so I'm sure they'll have some of my videos. I have a very big board of items on Pinterest. So let me go to the ones I created, and these are mine. And if I do like it's not letting me do a filter, but I can easily go to I know which of my videos do well. Let me look for them. I have a lot of pictures of me here, but I'm trying to look for my video that's done very well. Like, okay, so let's say this video right here, as you can see, it'll let people know how I come up with the looks. So if somebody wanted to shop this look, it's right there. It gives you an idea of. So I hopefully that has helped you to know how to style your items. Let me see. Let's also say fall. I'm going back to knee-high boots. Knee-high boots outfits fall. If I was to do that, it will give me, it's not giving, I think I must not have done something very well, but it doesn't give me a lot of ideas. It's also giving me an idea to create my pin. Let's say I'm trying to create a pin based on that. But it does give you an idea of all the knee-high boots out there that's on Pinterest. And whichever one you like, let's say I like this one, I can easily go in here and say, okay, let me save it. It just saves it to that. Let me save it to fall outfit idea YouTube. So it just does that, goes into that board and puts it in there. And then once I'm done with that and I go back to my page, if I go to my saved items, I can look for that board we created today, and hopefully I do remember it's fall fall outfits you do 2025. I created this 17 minutes ago. So all the videos, I think I added one. So based on that, I need to add more to keep building it. And then it will give you ideas of some other things that I can add based on this one outfit I've added. So let me know if you want me to go into more details with this. And I think, my next, I find I love doing Pinterest videos. I should also add a video showing you how I'm going to curate my closet for this year. I mean, I know what the trends are going to be. I've started watching and all of that, but I'm trying not to shop for anything without, first going into my closet and seeing if I have gaps and if I want to wear that at all. Because I always, for each season, want to have a color palette, and based on that palette, create outfits on that, and that way I'm not overwhelmed. So that's brings me to the end, and I'll let you go to the outro of the video. So hopefully this was helpful. Thank you. Bye. Thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. I hope I've, been able to inspire you and let you know how to check for outfits on Pinterest. And, if you're actually in a style rut and you don't know how to go with an item that you have, or you've wanted a lot of, I'm stammering. If you want an item in a specific way for a while and you want to get new inspiration and styling ideas, Pinterest is the place for you to go. So hopefully this video has helped you to see how I, put search terms and, filter them or be more specific, and then creating pin boards. And if you don't want to have your pin boards, or if you don't have your pin boards or boards public, you can make them private and they'll be private to you, and you can then go back in and have outfits for each occasion, each season, each day, and that way you can put your own spin and twist to it. And you don't really need to have exactly the items on Pinterest. It's just to draw inspiration from them, and that way we're not we're always shopping our closets instead of going out to shop. Because sometimes we only think we need new because we don't have an idea of how to style an item again. But once we are inspired or we get inspiration to style items different ways, then we know that we don't really need a lot of new shopping. So that's it for this video. Thank you so much for watching again. If you're not subscribed to this channel, please don't forget to subscribe. And if you enjoyed the video, please don't forget to give me a thumbs up. It does help me with the YouTube algorithm. So thank you again. Stay blessed until next time. I'll see you in the next video. Bye.